Hey, it's Taylor J Show. So right now, me and my baby daddy is just having, a conversation. No matter what me and this man go through, I can always count on him to, make me smile, make me happy or sad or piss me off and all that shit. So what we gonna do is just conversate, and y'all are just I'm gonna just let y'all listen in on one of our conversations. So, basically what we were talking about is we were talking about all kinds of topics. We was talking about Lil Wayne. We was talking about, just things that we've been through in our lives, and, how we build each other up and how we can tear each other down and that sort of thing. So, let's go back to talking about that. Like what you was just talking about. What we were just talking about.
As far as
what we was talking about.
Okay, be specific. Like it.
You mean specific?
No, it's too early for that stuff. What? Like, as far as lifting each other up, you have to be. It's hard to lift each other up in today's society. We have everybody trying to tear each other down. So the only way that we can really lift each other up is you have to lift your own self up first.
Right.
I mean, just look to go back to what we were talking about as far as the whole Lil Wayne thing. Lil Wayne forgot who he is as a person. Lil Wayne actually forgot his background story. He's so caught up as who he is now.
Right.
To say that the black movement really doesn't matter at all. The Black Lives Matters, doesn't matter. That's his personal opinion. Some people really doesn't matter. Some people think it's a terrorist attack. Some people don't understand it, and they don't have to. But acknowledge what's going on in the black community.
Right.
Because to me, it's not a organization. It's not a group. I believe someone just said Black Lives Matter and the media took it and made it a group. It's actually just a voice. People are just saying that, hey, we matter.
Right.
It's kind of sad that the people that are saying that really ain't doing too much about it. It's just now people are so caught up on the media that they rather just go on Instagram and just say, hey, Black Lives Matter, just so they can feel like they're a part of something.
Mm-hmm.
But in all honesty, people are getting killed. Families are out there suffering. And for Lil Wayne to just sit there and pretend I don't know what's going on. Dude, either talk about it or don't. But don't.
So don't just throw it out like it don't matter.
Yeah, don't make it seem like it ain't shit.
Right.
I mean, there's serious shit going on right now. What makes anybody right now of color can just go outside and get shot. And next thing you know, you're part of the Black Lives Matter. That's messed up, because the only way you're going to get glorified is when your face is on a shirt.
Man. And we done seen that all too often.
It's really often. It's really sad. It's really beneath us, but that's what we're being taught.
Right.
I mean, when you have money like Lil Wayne, you don't have to look at the community anymore. To make your rap sell more, you're going to pretend like you know the streets, and you're pretending like you still sell drugs, and you're pretending like you're still shooting off. I mean, I understand as far as selling your music, but you're not that life anymore.
Right. Just like when, I was listening to, what was that, Trey D? From the East Siders, and he was talking about, it's a year old, but he was talking about Chris Brown, how in other rappers that glorify the gang stuff, how they stupid because you got all this money, but you would rather, but you gotta pay like you weigh to these gang members. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna just protect you and be like, "What's up, Chris Brown?" Now,
you know what's so fucked up about gang members today? Because back in the day, gangs were like a family.
Right.
Today, people are just trying to prove themselves.
Right.
So
And he was also
And
saying that too, that he
like
that he ain't gonna do all of that.
Like a nigga like YG, probably been a part of the game for all his life. He finally made it. If that's his real game, that's his family, they're gonna respect that he got money. He got a new life now. Let him live his life.
But he would have had to really been in that lifestyle.
Do that because he has an image of him. What is he gonna become? Just the Y? He has to become that G with it. So he has to bring them involved, and he has to bring them on the tour bus, and he has to keep the image because that's his money.
But he paying, that them gang members, like the celebrity gang members, are paying these, these gangsters to protect them. Basically, ain't no real gang gonna let you claim them if you ain't putting in no work, is what I'm saying. And if he not putting in work, best believe he paying them. You know what I'm saying? And it does work in the gang favor, like, because it's blowing him up.
Chris Brown, we can, as much as he wants to say that he's in the gang, we can never look at him like that because we watched him grow up.
Right.
We watched when this little nigga was saying "run it." I don't think he meant that like going on the streets, "Run it, nigga."
Right.
Run that money out. No, he was talking on the dance floor.
Right.
YG.
He was tuning in.
Wasn't YG just talking about tuning and booting it?
Yes, he like tuning and booting it.
And now it's bumped in. I mean, I get it. I respect it. You got to get your money up, and you got to change your image to keep your money up.
But don't be fake with it.
But don't be fake.
That's what I'm saying. You got people that's really looking up to you.
I feel like I'm old school because, and I'll keep this real. I can get in trouble for it, but Tupac, that's my dog. I grew up on Tupac, but he wasn't a real thug. People don't want to remember Tupac was in a dancing video with Jada talking about parents just don't understand.
Right. But don't you talk about my Tupac, okay? We gonna rewind. We gonna fast forward
People
that.
Forget that Tupac was laying in the tub with some gold and he had his arms on. Hey. People forget the leather that he was wearing. And you gonna leave my Tupac alone? But I keep telling you. But Tupac was the realest that I can actually ever heard because he's the only rapper that can come out with "Dear Mama" and the same year hit him up. He can tell you Brenda just had a baby, right? And then he can say, "You wonder why we call you bitch." Right. No one else can do that in today's world. No one else can tell you a story without making you feel like you ain't shit because you ain't got money and bitches and all this shit now. It's an image now. People have to have shit now. Right. People gotta have the money, the cars, the women. They want this lifestyle that a lot of them are never gonna get. I mean, there's nothing wrong putting in time into becoming a garbage man or a flight attendant or just working at your local store. Right. Instead of having to try to prove everything. There's nothing wrong trying to own a house or you own a 1996 Camry. Who cares? Mm-hmm. This is your life. Right. If you want bigger and brighter, go for it. Right. But don't pretend like you already have it. When you really, in fact, do not. And a lot of people in the industry, they're faking it. You know that saying, how they got the little fake it till you make it? They trying to... Yeah, but see, we don't have it. So we look at the celebrities like they made it. But the celebrities are still faking it like they making it. No one actually has it in this world except for the quote-unquote man. The government. Anybody you could say is the best rapper right now wasn't the best rapper 10 years ago. It's always going to be the next king. It's always going to be the next man. It's always going to be the next drug dealer. It's always going to be that one that we're going to look up to. Right. I could say I looked up to Pac because he gave me a story. He made me want to become something. When you listen to today's music, the only person that you want to take care of is yourself. Right. Everybody's selfish. It's a selfish world. We got real bad stuff that's going on right now. And sometimes we just, aside from that,
while there's things going on in the world, sometimes we just need a friend, and we can't even figure out who's a friend, and you can't trust motherfuckers nowadays.
People. If something happened to you, your friend might just pull out a phone and say World Star.
Man.
I mean, it's sad that we can watch the World Star videos not realizing we're looking at a burning building, and the best thing that a person can do is pull out their phone and record it. You don't want to see who's inside. You don't want to see who needs help. You're ready to show the world. There's no such thing as help anymore. There's no such thing as real family anymore. Some of your family members are trying to get to the top.
Right, and they'll step on you just to get there.
So, all I can say is that it really starts with yourself.
Right.
You have to know who you are. If you are an asshole, then hey, be an asshole.
Right.
But be yourself.
Be yourself.
And so when you walk down the street, everybody can be like, hey man, that guy right there, he's an asshole. But at least that's you, and they can acknowledge that.
Right.
Instead of being like, you see that dude right there? That's a real one. Knowing damn well you don't like them.
Right.
So, in today's world, it's nothing wrong being yourself. If, like Cat Williams said, if you work at McDonald's, you be the best dang burger flipper in the world.
Right.
You know? Because that's not saying that that's your life. That's just what you're doing now.
Right.
If you see bigger, go for bigger. If that's all you want to do, that's all you want to do.
Right.
But don't be at McDonald's flipping burgers and then riding your daddy's car, stunting in it.
Right.
Taking pictures like it's yours. Because there's so many fake people on Instagram taking pictures by Bentleys that belong to the next person.
Right.
You know, I don't have no shot. I'll take a picture right by my Camry right now.
Right.
With a box of Newports.
Right.
And a pack of Top Ramen.
Right. That's how you gotta be. But, you know, I just wanted to give you some real talk on Friday. We will be back. I don't know when, but we will be.